Hello everyone, how are you all today? This is Ashar Khan from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota, and I hope you are all excited to revise. So, page number 57 it is, chapter number 6, New Questions and Ideas. Students, in this chapter, we particularly learnt about Jainism and Buddhism. Okay, these were the new religions of India, and we learnt about these, how they were started and what were their teachings. Let us go through them one more time. The first thing that we learned in this chapter, New Questions and Ideas, was Buddhism. Okay, what was Buddhism? It was a religion started by Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha was earlier named Siddharth. Okay, उनका पहले नाम क्या था? सिद्धार्थ था. He was born in a Kshatriya clan, but he soon learned that the world is full of suffering, and so to find enlightenment, to find knowledge about the answers to the universe's question like what is God, what is life, is there life after death? What Gautam Buddha did, he decided to leave his home. Okay, so he left his home and started living in forest. वो जंगलों में जाके रहने लग गए. ठीक है, he meditated for a long time, and after that he received knowledge, he received enlightenment, he figured out what is the purpose of life, how humans are supposed to live. Okay, and then he taught us all, he taught his followers. उन्होंने अपने followers को ज्ञान दिया, बताया कि आपको life कैसे जीनी चाहिए. Then we also learnt about Upanishads. Upanishads were the sacred text. उपनिषद क्या थे? पुराने ज़माने में जो टीचर्स और स्टूडेंट्स बात करते थे, उनके जो रिकॉर्डेड टेक्स्ट्स हैं, वो जिस तरीके से लिखे गए हैं, पुराने मैन्यूस्क्रिप्ट्स वगैरह, उनको हम बोलते हैं उपनिषद्स. Then students, we learnt about Jainism. Okay, Jainism was the next religion we learnt about in this chapter. Okay, Jainism was started by Mahavir. Okay, he was also born into Kshatriya clan, but upon growing up, he decided that violence is very bad. उनको क्या समझ में आया कि जो violence है, हिंसा है, वो बहुत बुरी है, and so that's why he also decided to leave his home. He went into forest, and there he lived for a long time, where he meditated, ate only flowers and fruits and roots of other trees. Okay, he lived a very simple life in the forest, and then he also gained knowledge. उनको भी क्या मिली? Knowledge मिली. He decided how one should live, how one should treat our neighbors, animals को कैसे treat करना है. Okay, ये सब उन्होंने सोचा. After that, he taught his followers these teachings. उन्होंने अपने followers को ये teachings सिखाई. Okay, and then those followers came to be known as the Jains. जो महावीर के जो followers थे, उनको हम किस नाम से जानते हैं आज? जैन. Okay, then we learnt about Sangha. So students, in both Buddhism and Jainism, ठीक है, जो followers थे Buddhism और Jainism के, उनसे क्या बोला गया? That you should leave your home. Okay, leave your home and live a very simple life. Go from place to place, teach other people about our religion, and also beg for food. Okay, ये सब चीज़ें उनको बतानी थी. So the groups of the people who would leave their home, जो अपना घर छोड़ देते थे, those people were known as the Sangha. Okay, then we learnt about monasteries. Now see, all those people who have left their home, now they would travel from one place to another. Okay, but then they would require some place to stay as well. Suppose it's raining, it's night. Okay, you can't travel during these circumstances, so you needed somewhere to stay. So the kings, merchants, traders, they built monasteries in various cities. उन्होंने क्या बनवाई? Monasteries बनवाई. These were simple structure. ये simple structures थे जहाँ पे जो संघ के लोग थे, the travelers, the people who have left their home in search of knowledge. Okay, they used to stay for some amount of time. वो वहाँ पे कुछ समय के लिए रुका करते थे. So those were the monasteries. Now the system of ashram was also very important. System of ashrams, what they did was, in Brahmins, okay, they decided to follow various stages of life. 4 various stages of life were discovered. 4 various stages of life were decided upon. We will learn about it in our question answers. Okay. So students, now open your books. We are marking the internal questions and answers. Okay. So first question of chapter number 6. Take out your pencils in your hand. Okay. On page number 62, open your book on page number 62, you will be marking the internal question, first internal question of chapter number 6. Why did farmers find it difficult to support Jainism? Okay, so on page number 62, you will write this question on the above. Okay, you will write this question here. There is a blank space there, write the question there. Why did farmers find it difficult to support Jainism? जो farmers थे वो जैनिज्म को क्यों सपोर्ट नहीं कर पाए, जैनिज्म को सपोर्ट करना उनके लिए डिफिकल्ट क्यों था? ओके, लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन आंसर एज वेल, देन आई विल टेल यू वेयर टू मार्क इट. See, farmers who had to kill insects to protect their crops found it more difficult to follow the rules. Okay, now farmers, supposedly if a farmer's crop catches insect, अगर एक किसान की फसल में insect लग गए, then what will have to do? He will have to kill those insects, right? But one of the main principle of Jainism, okay, यही पूछ रहा है वो कि Jainism क्यों follow नहीं कर पाए? Because one of the main principle of Jainism is that you should never harm another living being. आप किसी भी जिंदा चीज़ को harm नहीं पहुंचाओगे. So the farmers farmer could not support this, okay? The farmers, because they had to kill insects to protect their crops, found it more difficult to follow the rules of Jainism. You will mark this answer on the second paragraph on page number 62. Page number 62, okay, write the questions here above, and on second paragraph of the page you will mark the answer on the second line. Okay, second line पे आपको आंसर मिलेगा, farmers who had to kill insects to protect their crops found it more difficult to follow the rules. Okay, mark these two lines as the answer to the internal question number 1. I hope you have all marked this. Now let's move on to the second question. Second question is on the same page. It's on page number 62 only. Okay, you can write this question in the side line. Okay, there is a blank space here as well. You can write the question here. So on page number 62, write the second internal question. It's a very short question. What was Vinay Pitaka? Okay, Vinay Pitaka क्या था? Page number 62. First of all, write the question. Students, you can also pause the video if you want more time to write the question. You can pause your video, write the question, and then unpause it. Okay. So let's again understand the answer first. Then I'll mark it in your book. See, the rules made for the Buddhist Sangha were written down in a book called the Vinay Pitaka. It's a very simple answer. कि विनय पिताका क्या था? अभी I just told you that Buddhist संघ, the people who would leave their home, right? तो उनको जो rules मानने होते थे, the rules which they had to follow when they were living in groups of people, तो the rules were written in a book. वो सारे rules को एक book में लिखा गया था और उस book का नाम क्या था? विनय पिताका. Okay? So you will mark this question, you will mark this answer on the second paragraph of the Sangha topic. Okay? Topic Sangha, page number 62. And second paragraph, first line. The rules made for the Buddhist Sangha were written down in a book called the Vinay Pitaka. Mark these lines. Okay, students, I hope you found the correct lines to mark the answer. Moving on, now let's discuss the copy work. Students, I hope that you have done this copy work in your copies. Okay, if you have not, then please do so, because these are very important for your upcoming exams. That's why we are revising them. Let us learn about each question and answer now. So please focus. Define Upanishad. Our first question of copy work is define Upanishad. Upanishad literally means approaching and sitting near. Upanishad literally means, what does the word mean? It means approaching and sitting near. पास में आकर बैठना. And the texts contain conversations between teachers and students. See, पुराने ज़माने में जो साधु हुआ करते थे, right? Who would teach their students? What they used to teach their students? It is written in the book called Upanishad. ये अलग-अलग books में, अलग-अलग कथाओं में लिखा हुआ है, और वो किस नाम से जानते हैं उन्हें? Upanishad. Okay? Our second question is, who was the founder of Buddhism and what was his original name? Buddhism's founder and their original name, it is asking. It's a very simple question. See, Gautam Buddha was the founder of Buddhism. Buddhism को शुरू किसने किया था? Who started Buddhism? Gautam Buddha. And earlier, and his original name was Siddharth. उनका पहले नाम क्या था? सिद्धार्थ था. After he left his home, after he gained enlightenment, he changed his name to Gautam Buddha. But earlier, उनका नाम क्या था? सिद्धार्थ. Moving on. What did Mahavir do to attain enlightenment? Okay, महावीर ने क्या करा? Enlightenment means knowledge को पाने के लिए. Mahavir left home at the age of 30. When he was 30-year-old, Mahavir left his home and spent 12 years of hard and lonely life in a forest. अभी मैंने आपको बताया that when he left his home, he lived in forest and he lived a very hard and lonely life. at the end of which he attained enlightenment. And at the end of 12 years, after 12 years of meditating and thinking, he finally received knowledge, he finally received enlightenment. Okay, I hope आपको समझ में आ रहा है सब. Next question, who prepared grammar for Sanskrit and how? Okay, grammar जो आप पढ़ते हो of Sanskrit, वो किसने prepare करी और कैसे? Panini prepared grammar for Sanskrit. Now Panini was a scholar, okay, he was a learned scholar who used to study Sanskrit, and he prepared the grammar for Sanskrit by arranging vowel and consonant in a special order. So Panini was the one who arranged the vowels and consonant in a special order of Sanskrit. Now short answers type question, question number 5, describe the ways in which the Buddha tried to spread his message to the people. Now you have to tell us कि what were the ways in which the Buddha tried to spread his message. Okay, उनकी जो teachings थी वो कैसे बुद्धा ने लोगों तक पहुंचाई. First point was that the Buddha taught in the language of the ordinary people. Buddha ने ordinary people की जो language थी, which was Prakrit, okay, he taught in that language. Why so? So that everybody could understand his message. In early times, mostly जो kings थे, warriors थे, they used to speak Sanskrit, but Sanskrit was not allowed by everyone, okay, to be learned by everyone. So he taught in the language which the ordinary people spoke, and that was Prakrit, so that everybody could understand his message properly. Then he spent his life in traveling on foot, going from place to place and teaching people. Buddha अपनी पूरी life, his entire life in traveling on foot, वो पैदल चल के जाते थे from place to place, and he used to teach people, वो लोगों को सिखाते थे. What he used to teach? His teachings, that you should live a simple life, meditate, okay, treat others well. Those were the teachings of Buddhism. Next question, what was Vinay Pitaka and what does it say about the Buddhist Sangha? Okay, we covered in our internal question that Vinay Pitaka was a book. Okay, so what did it say about the Buddhist Sangha? Vinay Pitaka is a book in which rules made by Buddhist Sangha were written. Okay, Vinay Pitaka वो book है जिसमें Buddhist संघ जो group था Buddhist monks का, उनके जो rules थे वो लिखे गए थे. According to Vinay Pitaka, now we are learning कि उस book में क्या क्या बातें लिखी हुई थी. जो main points हैं वो देख रहे हैं. According to Vinay Pitaka, people who joined the Sangha led simple life. Now, according to this book, people who would leave their home, जो अपना घर छोड़ के जाते थे, okay, they had to live simple lives. There were separate branches for men and women. Now, men and women in the Sangha were, they used to live differently, separately. They meditated for most of the time and used to beg for food. Now, for most of the time, these people who would leave their home, they used to meditate, okay, they used to meditate and think about their world and questions and God. And they used to beg for food, और वो क्या करते थे, food को beg करते थे, मांगते थे. And that's why they were known as bhikkhus and bhikshunis. Okay, इसीलिए उनको क्या नाम दिया गया था, भिक्षु और भिक्षुनी. Bhikshu is the term we use for male beggar and bhikshuni for female beggar. Next question, what were the main teachings of the Mahavira? Now earlier we learnt about main teachings of Gautam Buddha, now we are learning the main teachings of Mahavira. See, the main teachings of Mahavira were, first he taught a simple doctrine. Doctrine means his teachings. उनकी जो teachings थी बहुत simple थी. See, men and women who wish to know the truth must leave their homes. Any man and woman who wants to know the truth about life, about death, about universe, about God, okay, first what they needed to do, they should leave their homes. उनको अपना घर छोड़ना पड़ेगा. They must strictly follow the rules of ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-violence, students, okay. Mahavir said to his followers who were the Jains that you should follow the rules of ahimsa, non-violence, which means not hurting or killing living beings. Means the Jain होते हैं वो किसी भी living being को, whether it's a small insect, okay, even if it's a small insect, they cannot hurt it or kill it, okay. So these were the teachings of Mahavira. Mahavira ने क्या बताया, that you should first leave their home if you want to gain knowledge, and you should follow the rules of ahimsa, which means you must never harm or kill any other living being. Then what were viharas? Jains and Buddhist monks went from place to place throughout the year to teach people. Now I told you monasteries, मैंने आपको बताया अभी in the earlier slides, that Jains and Buddhist monks मतलब साधु। ओके, तो जैन और जो बुद्धिस्ट मॉन्क थे दे यूज्ड टू गो फ्रॉम प्लेस टू प्लेस, वो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाते थे थ्रू आउट द ईयर, पूरे साल। क्यों? टू टीच पीपल, लोगों को सिखाने के लिए, पढ़ाने के लिए। और वो क्या सिखाते थे? अपने रिलीजन की अच्छी बातें वो लोगों को बताते थे। बट ड्यूरिंग रेनी सीजन इट वॉज डिफिकल्ट टू ट्रैवल, supposedly it is raining very heavily, now they cannot travel in those season, right? And they have also left their home, वो अपना घर भी छोड़ के आ चुके हैं, तो वो कहाँ रहेंगे? That is why their supporters, people who supported Buddhists and Jains, they made temporary shelters for them in gardens. इन लोगों ने क्या करा? monks के लिए, साधुओं के लिए temporary shelters बनवाए gardens में. With time the monks and nuns, monks is a term we use for male sadhu, okay, and nuns for female. So जो monks थे और nuns थे and their supporters realized that they need for more permanent shelters, and that is why monasteries were built. Now earlier they were built in gardens like a tent or something, right? But then they realized that we need permanent shelters so that we don't have to wait to set up tent. Okay, so the permanent shelters were built and those shelters were called monasteries. And these were known as viharas. और इन्हीं monasteries को, वो जगह जहाँ पे लोग रुकते थे, जो साधु थे, monks थे, nuns थे, वो रुकते थे आके, उन जगहों को क्या बोला गया? विहार बोला गया। Now explain the system of the ashrams and who developed this system. Okay, now we are learning about the ashram system. The word ashram was used for a stage of life. Okay, so जो ashram जो word है, it was here used for a stage of life. Normally it means somewhere we live, right? But यहाँ पे इसका मतलब क्या है? A stage of life, life का एक stage. Brahmins developed this system. In one chapter of civics, chapter number 2, we learnt about the caste system, right? How society was divided into different castes. So the Brahmins, those caste people, developed this system. Now what was this system? First, there were 4 ashram, means 4 stages of life. They divided life into 4 different stages. First stage was the Brahmacharya ashram. Okay, Brahman, Kshatriya and Vaishya were expected to lead simple life and study the Vedas during the early years of their life. Brahmacharya ashram when they were kids, जब basically वो बच्चे थे, तो जो ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय और वैश्य क्लास थी, कास्ट थी, they had to live simple life and in their early years they had to study the Vedas. वो वेद की पढ़ाई किया करते थे. Okay, so this was the Brahmacharya ashram. Second one was Grahastha ashram. Then they had to marry and live as householders. In the second stage of life, which was the Grahastha ashram, उनको marry, शादी करनी होती थी and live as householders. Okay. Third was Vanaprastha ashram. Then they had to live in the forest and meditate. In the third stage of life, they were asked that you should go live in the forest and meditate. Okay. The fourth ashram was the Sannyas ashram. They had to give up everything and become sannyasi. Now finally in the fourth stage of life, when they would become very old, they were required to give up everything, that you should give up everything and become sannyasi, become monks. Generally, women were not allowed to study the Vedas, okay, and they had to follow the ashrams chosen by their husband. Generally, जो women थी, men had freedom to choose whatever they want to, but women were not allowed to study the Vedas, and they had to follow the ashrams chosen by their husband. जो आश्रम men choose करते थे, उनके husband choose करते थे, वही आश्रम women follow करती थी. Next question, what were the questions that Upanishadic thinkers wanted to answer? See, हमारे चैप्टर का क्या नाम है? New questions and ideas. तो वो क्या questions थे जो thinkers थे, जो Upanishadic thinkers थे, वो क्या questions सोचते थे अपने brain में? See, Upanishadic thinkers जो पुराने साधु थे, old monks थे, they wanted to know about life after death. They wanted to know कि जब कोई मर जाता है, जब किसी की death होती है, तो उसके बाद क्या होता है? See, it's a very complex question. Some wanted to know why sacrifices should be performed. Earlier, people also used to sacrifice animals in the name of God. Okay, so they wanted to know that why we should sacrifice animals. They felt that there had to be something permanent in the universe that lasted even after death. उनको ये लगा that maybe there is something after death as well. Supposedly, when a person dies, who knows? Maybe after death they go to some other place. So these were the questions which were going on in their mind. Their ideas are recorded in the Upanishads. So all these questions and all their answers and what the early sadhu जो थे वो क्या सोचते थे इन सब के बारे में, उसको हमने कहाँ रिकॉर्ड करा है? In the Upanishads. Okay students, thank you so much. I hope to see you in our next video.